Okay. Well, all right, guys. This one is odd. It left me a little confused and not quite excited for this review, but I think I am now. What an awesome slicer, but an odd knife. This is the Worksharp RMX or Remix, I think is what it's supposed to be, or something like that. This really has some cool factor going on. After I get past a few things for me, now I have a video here on YouTube just to show how consistent I am from early on the channel of the original Civivi Elementum button lock. It didn't have a thumb stud, it didn't have a flipper tab, and as a matter of fact, it locked, in the closed position unless you hit the button. Which is exactly so. Even if you had thumb studs, you wouldn't be able to open it. You even have this little divot right here. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I can flick it out of that. Well, you can't. It's locked. This is just like that original Elementum button lock. Now, real quick, for those of you yelling at me that know about this knife, you can use this enclosed tool, okay? And you can use this guy right here. You can remove the pivot and you can put this in and it turns it into an automatic. Now, there are all kinds of videos on YouTube of people taking this apart and making it into an automatic. So you're not getting another one of those. I don't need it. You don't need it. And to be honest, the little bit I've seen, the automatic part of it is kind of sluggish, okay? So to me, what really would draw me to this knife is the smoothness of the original action. So I'm not going to bother turning it into an auto. You know what that looks like? You push the button here. Here's an auto right here. Here's the Kershaw Launch 21. That's what an auto looks like. And then you overpower the spring and cut it and close it, okay? We don't need to see that. We know what that looks like. But what really draws me to this knife, okay, is, guys, this handle is not aluminum. I thought it was. Woo, sorry. Okay, you get to keep that in here. It is magnesium. Now, it's almost certainly, I don't know, but it's almost certainly magnesium alloy, but it just says magnesium on their website. It is Cerakoted black. And then you have this crazy huge pivot, which again gives you room to put that piece in to turn it into an auto. But this is basically sort of a plunge lock with a magnesium integral handle. Are you kidding right now? That is cool. That gets my attention. Now, you do have a reversible clip with a plate, which is cool. Deep carry clip, very nice. And guys, because of that magnesium, this guy's pretty dang light. But what really draws me to this is the daggone thin blade. Let's do this. 0.845 back here, down at the tip, 0.057. And I'm not even going to go to the actual, by the way, 15 degrees per side. I'm a little above the edge, but 0.019, okay? This is super thin. Remember me talking about, I think it's is it the ZT0077 or whichever one it is that has a super thin blade? That was 0.9. This is 0.85. And the results of that is that you end up with a ridiculously thin, slicey blade. And of course, I've got the thickest cardboard I could find. Let's go over to this one. Here we go. There we go. All right. So just look at this. I mean, super thin, super slicey. I'm probably going to get yelled at in the pass around group because you're cutting too much. How dare you cut with the knife? You're going to leave it dull for the rest of us. I'll strop it, okay? I will strop it before I send it. But guys, this thing, and it's in 3V steel, another interesting item, okay? So you have super interesting steel on a super thin knife with a super cool handle material, magnesium, and now you got my attention. Again, I am not into this, okay? I don't particularly care for opening my knife by getting it out of my pocket. Now, I do like that it won't come out, but pushing the button and flicking it open with my wrist. It is very smooth on bearings. It's got to be on bearings. Yep, it is. Incredibly smooth. So that part is really, really good. It is dead center, by the way. And when we're locked up, yeah, nothing. Now, I will say, look at this. You get a little bit of flex down here. Look at that. That is nuts. Guys, this is a fun video. I almost didn't do a video on this knife because, again, just like the Elementum button lock, the original Elementum button lock from Civivi, I didn't care for this. I want some way to open my knife. Now, they did give, in fairness to Worksharp, they gave you an opportunity to do that by taking this out and turning it into an auto. So if you like out the side autos, that might be the way to go for you. Again, it is in 3V steel. It is made by Worksharp. Now, something you need to know, this is not made. In other words, I don't know. Let me read what they say. So it's a Worksharp knife. So you automatically think, okay, it's made in America. Man, I am struggling with my laptop here. By Worksharp. What it says is responsibly sourced, globally, bench built or put together in Oregon. Okay, so that's good. We'll take it. So really cool. 7.5 inches overall. The handle thickness is a normal handle thickness. It's 0.5, so 0.50, so half an inch. You have flat scales, but they are contoured, and it feels really nice in the hand. Guys, this actually reminds me of the thinness and sliciness of the Bel Air from Kershaw. You know what? At the end of this, I should get my Bel Air out, and we'll do a size comparison. Hopefully, if I remember to do that. Blade length, 3.2 inches. You do have, if you trigger back, a finger choil. You have jimping right here. For me, it is best to grip it back here to stay off of that super thin part. 15 degrees per side, 60 to 62 on the HRC. This is a reverse tanto, but there is a drop point. 4.3 inch handle. Yeah, I gotta tell you, and I haven't even given you the price yet or anything. These are out of stock, but it says they're working to bring them back. You can click on notifications at the link below. $140. $140 for magnesium handles and a very thin, slicey blade. All right, as promised, we're back with the Bel Air. Now, look at this, guys. Very similar on the thinness and the pointiness, the thinness at the tip on the blades. The Bel Air is, it is 0.8. I am sorry, it is thinner. I had forgotten. I was thinking the Bel Air was a little thicker. It is not. But you can see the handles on the Bel Air are thinner. Now, I'm curious. You have an aluminum knife here in the Bel Air, and you have, by the way, with thumb studs, and you have the RMX. Here you go. 3 ounces, okay? Now, what's this going to be? I haven't looked. I did it on purpose. 2.5 is my guess. Here we go. Holy 2.4. That is crazy. So magnesium was a brilliant choice. I give them ultra credit for sure for that choice. I mean, that is pretty dang brilliant. And you can see again, lengthwise, the Bel Air's a little shorter, okay? Now let's do our regular comparisons. Again, hope you enjoyed this video. I have enjoyed it because I'm doing it a little differently than I would normally do my videos because it's kind of an oddball. It's a little smaller than the microburst and a little smaller than the pinion, a little bigger than the microburst. 7-inch knife is the microburst, 8-inch knife is the pinion. And then this guy's like 8.25, the Ontario Rat 1, and this guy is like 7.25, the Ontario Rat 2. So there are your comparisons. I don't know. I would love to hear where you stand on this crazy knife that cut all this crap in cardboard so easily like it wasn't even there. This thing, I'm impressed. I am ultra impressed. I'm still not happy that it's not just a normal knife with a thumb stud. But yeah, I'm impressed. I am very impressed. So guys, let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed this kind of different style video, but I really struggled with how I was going to frame and talk about this knife. And I actually enjoyed this. So I hope you did as well. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all. And thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.